Hello everybody, hello, and welcome. We are going to be playing a little bit of Avowed, and then we'll be swapping over and playing some more Split Fiction in just a couple hours here. But I'm going to be honest, we're getting closer and closer to me heading out for Japan, and I'm pretty confident now that there is like a 0% chance that I'm actually going to get through Avowed. But, you know, it's not that big of a deal. I should have known. I'll be honest, I probably should have known it wouldn't happen. But I am thoroughly enjoying the game. I'm having a good time with it. I was literally going to, I was going to title the stream, "This game's better than Skyrim," but, you know, I decided to not bait. I decided to take the high road. So. Jesus Christ, that's loud as hell. But yeah, I am actually thoroughly enjoying Avowed. I'm having a good time with it. It is really loud. Is the game always this loud? This shit is loud. Oh my god. But yeah, we'll be playing Split Fiction in a little bit. For right now, we are... I don't remember what we were doing in the game. Oh, I think we were trying to, like, solve the murder.
They somehow wrap themselves up in an existing tree.
Not with the way this trunk has grown.
I'm stumped. I've never seen anything like this.
Neither have I.
Hi, Chris. Hello.
Never seen a tree grow so quickly as to trap someone inside.
Does require powerful magic or an immense expenditure of soul essence.
That's outside my expertise, but I wouldn't be surprised.
You seem capable enough, stranger. But the forests are not safe. As if this weren't enough proof of that.
Hi, Kenzie. We can take care of ourselves.
I hope you're right.
Stay out of the forests if you can help it.
Good luck out there.
I'm not worried. I've got a big sword.
Aye, aye.
Warrior King. Huh? +2 to might. I have +2 resolve right now. Might is always right, baby. But yeah, I've been having a really good time with whatchamacallit. With Split Fiction. I think it's a very, very good game. I guess we'll go do this, actually. I think it's a very good game. Is it going to be Game of the Year? So far from what I've played, I think it probably will. But, you know, time will tell. I think we still have quite a bit left of it. I want to say we're probably like 6-ish hours in. So we're probably like right around half of the way through the game. So we've got a lot left for sure. But man, kind of crazy to me that all of these like Game of the Year conversations are happening, right? And no one is really talking about like Monster Hunter Wilds. You know, I thought for sure I would be having Monster Hunter Wilds in that list, but I don't know, man. I just feel like they played it so safe.
Gone. Adelaro's gone. It's a dream. Hello. Are you a fish too? Oh, the sardines shimmer. They swim in silver circles.
Something's not right with her. The dream scourge. Is this how it starts? She's probably the
I
ranger
love
Fidelio
Denny's, dude.
told us to look out for. Poor kid.
I love some Denny's, bro. Denny's and IHOP. Fucking, Waffle House. Dude, diners are the best. They're great. It's like for the price of like fast food these days, you can get like a whole meal at a diner. Better atmosphere. Being chilling. Oh, it's awesome.
We're Belena? Maybe you're Belena. Where's Adelaro? We need him.
Your lieutenant said you'd be together. We can help you find him if he's missing. Is he a ranger, your partner? Who's we? You're the only one here.
The whispers inside us know. Ask Adelaro. He sees the day and night of everything. Adelaro's face burst into violet when the dreams came. Red violets. He joined the others.
She's talking about another dream thrall. We better find him before he finds us.
She watched that happen to him. God.
A lamb taken from the flock. How do we soothe her?
Your friends speak true. They know us. Help us.
You're gonna die. All I can do is make it quick. You're dangerous. Run far away. Don't look back. Come back to town. Animancers might be able to treat you. Don't move. I'll tell your lieutenant where I found you. He can help. I'll find out Alara, but you have to promise not to go anywhere. Seems like it could easily go awry. Don't move. I'll tell your lieutenant where I found you. He can help.
Who? Oh, yes, our Lacewing lieutenant. We will speak to him. But tell us of Adelaro first. Where is he?
I'll take care of him.
If nothing else, you'll spare from having to see it.
Find him. Give the lieutenant our badges. He swims in the bone and boar. He calls himself Fidelio. He will understand our song. But Adelaro stumbles at the mouth of the river above us. Please, help us sleep soundly.
Yeah, this bitch is crazy. Is it bad that I kind of find her hot?
Glad you're on my side.
There's just something about crazy women, you know? I feel like the crazier the woman, the hotter the woman. Okay, not always, but there's definitely a link there. I thought about it and I was like, wait, I've seen some like old, nasty, crazy Karens. And just some like crazy fat bitches as well. Okay, so not always, but a lot of the time. Just saying, all the time, the hot ones, so. No stamina. Weird. Sound went out for a second there.
Good fight.
Thank you. Thank you, Kai. That's very kind of you. Oh, not this bug again. Maybe it's not a bug. It seems like a bug. But maybe it's not a bug. What level am I? I'm level 11. Level 11. 50%, 60%. Increases bleed accumulation. Increases duration by 10 seconds is nice. Same level as you? Nice. Yeah, I did see you've been on it. Hitting that grind. Go in this cave. I have unfortunately rekindled my addiction to Inscription. Luckily, that is a nice little game I can play while working.
Stop right there, Adirin. I know what you did. I don't have to bow and scrape to you because you let Egwolf live.
Just here to talk to your leader.
You want a parley? Erlin's with the others, deeper in the cave. We're tired and hungry. That doesn't mean we're helpless. Watch yourself.
Okay. Let's relax.
I really don't think you saw what you think you saw.
You think I'm what? Seeing things? They're out there. I know it.
You haven't eaten in a week. None of us have.
All the more reason to pay attention to our surroundings.
Hello.
There's someone else out there. Someone new. Probably adherents.
And you're the only one who saw them?
People in armor, skulking about in the forest. And it's definitely not the rangers from Fjord.
Don't let your guard down.
It's never safe, is it? I swear to you, I know what I saw.
Either way, you need to get some rest. And you, Adirin, should just be moving on.
I recorded the video today that's scheduled to upload when I head out to Japan. Just, you know, be like, hey, not gonna be any content on the channel for almost a month. Probably around a month. It's pretty weird, man. It's pretty weird, like, how fast this trip has came up. Like, having something you never really thought that you would see. I don't know. I never thought we'd actually be going to Japan, let alone for, like, an entire month, man. Yep, this is Avowed. A grieved note that don't worry about the hiding Erlin gave you yesterday. Someone has to show her she's responsible for more than just herself. If you hear anything about safe passage out of Fjord, tell me as soon as you get the chance. And burn this once you've read it. Egloff.
Was it not enough to be hungry? Now we have to be damp too.
Take it up with Erlin.
Egloff never wanted us to hide like this.
Damn. Hello, mommy. Sorry.
Take my advice. Don't get between the two of them.
Stay calm. I said stand down. If they had come to kill us, we would be dead.
I'm leaving on Saturday.
I know this is the Adirin who set Igwolf free, but... What are you going to do? Growl at them with your stomach? He spared Egwolf for a reason. I'm sure he also has a reason to stand before us now. It behooves us to listen to it.
True. This chick is hot. She's kind of like Siri. Here for the food you stole from the farmers. Of course I spared him. It's the right thing to do. Saw how much Egwolf had sacrificed for his cause. Maybe I was feeling generous. It's none of your business.
Then you are of uncommon stock. People who act
Started
for
the
the
game when you
greater
were
good are
bored?
dwindling in these times.
Teach
Many
their
of
own,
our
man.
fellow rebels hold fast to Egwolf's vision. We are not among them. Now, we are tired. Please state your purpose and leave.
I was like that with Wukong. Like, at first I was really enjoying Black Myth Wukong. And then, like, eventually I got to a point where I'm like, dude, I've been doing the same fucking light attack combo 1,000 times. I just want this to be over. And you know, people love Wukong, so it just goes to show you, like, it's entirely subjective, right? Some people really dig stuff. Some people don't. Like, I know a lot of people that don't like Red Dead Redemption 2, for example, because they think, like, it's boring. And for me, I think Red Dead Redemption 2 is, like, insanely good. It's all just subjective. It's the beauty of gaming and art in general. How can I help?
No. We have enough to sustain ourselves. And help from an Adiran would not come without a price. We fought with the rebels in Paradis. The Steel Garrote closed in on us. We had no choice but to escape. All we wanted was to survive. We had no idea Emerald Stair was like this.
Why do you hate the ADR so much?
A dangerous question. One with many answers, few of which you would understand. Mainly, we did not ask for them. They brought their laws, their punishments, and we had no say in the matter. Surely you can comprehend freedom at least.
Get out of here, little doggy. I've already played with you. I've fed you. I've taken you to the bathroom. I've done it all, man.
An envoy with both eyes open. Strange. I wonder how you will fare. The greatest boon you could give would be to turn around and leave. Forget this place. Forget us.
If we hear about any raiders or bandits from Paradis, we'll be back.
I knew someone would look for it eventually. Allow me to appeal to your better instincts, if you will.
The farmers are starving. What gives you the right to steal from them? You can hunt game to survive. There's no need to resort to theft.
We tried. The rangers have already hunted the region dry. Whatever food remains is barely edible from the blight. I feel the farmers' pain as keenly as I feel my own. But the crops are the crops. My people's lives are on the line. I have no choice.
We won't have a problem.
You can take it from our dead hands. Without this food,
why can't
all
I
of
give
us will
them
eventually
food?
Perish anyway.
I have so much food. I'm not your enemy, bro.
It shows you hold no prejudice against us. That does not make us friends. Look at the people around you. See their dull eyes, their waning strength. Soon, I will have to choose among them. Who eats and who dies. You are a leader. You know the burden of responsibility. Would you ask that of me? Who would you ask to pay that price?
One more gesture of goodwill.
If one loss here earns us a powerful ally, perhaps that is a worthy sacrifice. Take the food and go.
Right. I guess it doesn't matter who needs it more, huh?
Erlen, no! And what is the alternative, Ortrude? Would you have me fling my starving body at them? Or doom innocents to the same? Leave with my blessing, Adiran. But no, I cannot stop my compatriots from objecting to your choice. And please, do not return.
Oof. Ooh, did I do the right thing? Ooh, I don't know if I did the right thing, man. Because I kind of want to help the rebels. Damn, that dude's just chilling in the brush. I kind of want to help them. I wish there was an option to give them food. I have so much food. Still it persists. Death scouted too close to the riverbank this morning and nearly spotted by one of the local plowmen. He claims we'll never find enough food to sustain ourselves if we do not take risks and venture farther from the cave. Iglaf has been influencing him, I'm sure of it. He would see us all give ourselves over to banditry. I cannot allow his like to undermine my authority, but they are not wrong. I have trapped us in an untenable place. I know this, yet what can I do about it when we're too weak to survive the journey to Thirdborn? How much more must we endure? We're in North Carolina, Florida at the beginning of April for a week vacation. Hell yeah, dude. That's nice. I feel like everybody should get a little vacation, man. Vacation's so good for you. It's sad a lot of people can't afford it because I feel like it is just so good for your mental health and everything.
Stand back.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the beach. To be honest. Even the beaches in Hawaii. It's like it's nice to take some really pretty pictures, you know?
Here it comes.
Like, it's pretty. But I don't know. Call me Anakin, but I'm not a big fan of the sand. Never really have been either. Like, even growing up in Oregon. Like, we have some nice beaches in Oregon as well. When it's not fucking freezing cold, you know? I don't know. I've just never really been too much of a fan. Personally.
Hold it, Adiran scum. Erlin might be going soft, but I'm not about to let you leave without food.
Pick your battles. Is this worth your life?
What's the difference? Either you kill me now, or I starve in a week. I'd rather die with honor.
You may find food tomorrow, but you have to survive today. Throwing your life away for a few crops. What would Yeagulf think?
How dare you! I don't know. I met him, but I never really knew him. Just go. But next time, I'll kill you. Even if it takes the last of my strength.
I'm gonna doom the farmers. I'm gonna doom the fucking farmers. I am. Was this after I talked to her? I want to side with the rebels, so I want them to be at full strength.
I am asking you to leave.
I gotta do this safe.
Stop right there. I don't have to bow and scrape to you because you want to quit.
I'm gonna tell them to keep the stuff.
Was it not enough to be hungry? Now we have to be damned too.
I said, he spared Eagwolf for a reason. Then you are many of our... Now, we are tired. Please state your purpose and leave. No, and help.
See, like, you should be able to say, how can I help? They should be able to say, oh yeah, we don't have enough food or whatever. And then you should just be able to give them food. You know? Like, I have so much food. This is always like the video game thing that always bothers me, you know? Where it's just like, bro, I have so much of this thing. You need this thing. Why can I not give it to you? It's like Red Dead Redemption 2, right? Where it's like, oh, we just need a little bit more money. Just a little bit more money. It's like, brother, my Arthur has $5,000, you know, $10,000. It's like, I have money. We're good. You know, I'll donate it to the camp, man. Like, I don't care. It always bothers me in games.
We fought with the rebels in Paradise. The steel garrote close. All we want. be ridiculous. We do not commit wanton violence. We've preyed upon these people. They are trying to make their way as we... The greatest boon you could give would be to turn around and leave.
Best of luck to you.
Adiran. No. And I don't expect to either. For better.
Oh, the rebels have called us from the herd. Oh, so they're not even with the rebels, actually. Necessarily.
Some. I fear it will not last for more than a week or two.
Yeah. I'm not gonna steal it from them. I mean, it's not stealing, you know. I'm not gonna take it from them, though. I'm gonna just let them be. It sucks. I mean, there's not really a right answer here, you know? It's like, oh, do you let the farmers or the rebels? I feel for both. Slide my taint right into a rock.
Aye, aye.
But anyway, yeah, I've never really been much of a fan of beaches. I always like to go to them, take some cool pictures, and that's that. You know?
Ready, aim.
It's like, all right, that's the beach, man. It's funny, when we went to the beaches when we were in Hawaii last year, my sister was freaking out because of the crabs. She thought they were gonna like come over and snip her little toes off or something. She's like freaking out the whole time, so we could barely even stay there.
I really don't think you saw what you think you saw.
You think I'm what? Seeing things. They're out there. I know it.
You haven't eaten in a week. None of us have.
And it's definitely not...
See? Either way, and you, Adir.
Tell him to calm down. He's going schizo mode. Last minute decision type of thing? A last minute decision vacation's kind of crazy.
Stand back.
Don't get me wrong, I'm not like the biggest planner ever, but I mean, if you're gonna be going a long ways, you should probably plan a little bit, right? Oh, how do I get up here? How the hell do I get up there? Oh. Aha! Fast as fuck, boy. What do we have? Aw. Two resolve and 30 max stamina. That is really good. Wait, did I get any? Nerd, true and real, brother. There's a reason why I have a whole series on the channel called Huge Nerd Reacts. That's true. Oh, duh, I could have just frozen the water. How far away is like Florida and North Carolina from you to do like a last minute vacation? I don't know, that just seems like so crazy to me.
Right behind you.
Oh yeah. He's I'm gonna guess he's not gonna talk to me.
I see you. Chew it.
Nope.
Next one's mine.
Oops. Fat finger. Whoa. They're very stinky. Well, we got our friend.
Good fighting.
Good fight, great fight. I want it to be daylight. I hate traveling in the dark. I hate it. But yeah, we're so close to the freaking trip, man. It's pretty wild. Don't need to book anything because there's places in North Carolina and Florida that are just kind of confirmed to be free for the week that we're planning. Confirmed to be free? What does that even mean? How's a place free? Probably just gonna sell these because these sell for like 600. Is there stuff in here? No.
Oh, hey there. Something on your mind? It just took me back.
Hi, Riley.
Something about her reminded me of old
Not much with
times.
me, dude. Just
War stories.
Just chilling. Getting ready for my trip to Japan. Just a few days away now. Hi, Aiden. Drippy outfit. I don't know if I would say that, but thank you. Does family have some places? Oh, gotcha. That's right. I always forget Fuzz is a little Richie.
I've seen shades of that before. The meek trooper who develops a taste for killing. No, the part that stuck with me was what she said about watching her partner turn. Seeing someone you know, someone close to you, beyond help like that. I just want to know, you were careful when you told her about Adelaro. Why? It probably was. Some part of her seemed to know. And even in the state she was in, she handled it better than most. Sorry. I need a moment to clear my head.
Gonna cry. No, I'm kidding. I do feel like you kind of reach the, so like each rarity of your gear seems to like line up with the area you're in, right? So this is like the second area. So the first area you upgraded your gear from tier 1 to tier 2, right? Like common to like rare. And then in this one, you've upgraded from tier 2 to tier 3. Now that I've done tier 2 to tier 3, it kind of feels like the looting has lost a lot of like the sense of progression, if that makes sense. Like I feel like I hit that power level a little bit too fast. Like the fact that I already have this tier of weapons. I mean, you kind of need I don't know. I guess I'm a little bit conflicted because you kind of do need to be at that tier. Since the enemies are going to be at that tier, you're going to be taking like way more damage and doing way less damage. But as a result, it's like a lot of the looting has kind of lost its luster. But the thing is, there's still like 3 more tiers of loot.
We're nearing the Zarp
right?
camp. The farmer said these Zarps weren't acting hostile, but
these guys aren't acting hostile. What's up, homies? Look at these guys. They're just chilling. They're just hanging out. These weird little
gave up on the cliff.
freaky dudes.
These Zarps are protecting something.
Just wait. I mean, obviously there's better gear and stuff. It's just like, you know, looting a lot of these common items now. It's like, I'm understanding a lot of people have came into the streams for this game and been like, yeah, the looting kind of lost its enjoyability as I got further into the game, and I'm just kind of starting to see that myself also.
You know, it's almost
starting to like echo their sentiments.
Closer now. I know you. Don't worry. My friends here won't bite.
What the hell? Little caveman.
Ah, there you are.
His nipples are out.
I appreciate your restraint. Most people would have a hard time walking among a camp full of Zarps.
You controlling them somehow? Your friends are attacking local farms. I'm here to stop it. See no reason to kill anyone who doesn't mean me harm. Still deciding how I'm going to deal with you and your friends. Friends are attacking local farms. I'm here to stop it.
Well then, let's take a moment to talk. As a practitioner of magic yourself, you probably already know what's happening here. These Zarps and I have formed a symbiosis, like the poor frog and the abyss viper.
Of course.
Gods help me. This guy is making sense.
I provide them with safety, prey, and peace, and they help me further some of my more controversial goals.
A cipher, perhaps? Some kind of mind control magic? So you're behind the Zarp raiding on animantic farm equipment. I don't care what you think you're doing here. I'm here to stop it. I'm listening. You have a few moments to tell me what you're trying to do here.
Precisely. How wonderful to speak with someone with such arcane knowledge after all this time alone. You may have noticed a couple of things about Emerald Stair. The people are pushing against nature, and nature is pushing back. The Animancers with their soul machines are poisoning the land, driving it to find new ways to protect itself. As a result, the plants are rising up, and the land has afflicted us with the Dream Scourge. It is doing what it can to survive.
If you say so, brother. You're sounding a whole lot like a crazy hippie. Next, you're going to be trying to sell me on crystals. Forcing the Zarps to break the farmers' machines to save the land? That makes a lot of sense. What's your plan? Marius, does this make any sense to you?
I don't know much about the Dream Scourge, but yes, this makes more sense than I'd care to admit.
We destroy the Animancer's equipment, remove the threat, and the land can struggle and grow as has always been intended. Meanwhile, I protect my Zarp friends and keep them from carrying out the bloodier raids they might have done without my direction.
I may not love animancy, but I don't trust this guy at all. You don't settle an honest dispute by sneaking and sabotaging.
I hate to say it, but if there's a chance that animancy is causing the Dream Scourge, this Nimdude might be in the right.
Yeah, I mean, I can't have you attacking innocent people, bro.
Well, I hoped it wouldn't come to this, but I will change your mind. Trust me.
Will you? Are you sure about that? Are you positive? Because I'm kind of ending.
There's something here.
Ow. What fucking weapons. Hey, old diver. I think I might do a Helldivers 2 stream as my final stream before I leave. I was trying to think like what game I could play with a bunch of you guys, and I think a lot of us own Helldivers 2. So I think when I do my final stream on Friday, I think I might do Helldivers 2 and just have it so people can join up, kind of hang out before I have to leave. I think it might be kind of fun. I haven't played the game since like launch. So I'm sure there's like a ton of new stuff. Like I haven't fought the Illuminate or anything. On one of your days off? I mean, my last day here is Friday. So I head out on Saturday. I'm not going to be able to do any streams on Saturday.
I really don't think it's any help.
Flush them. Thanks for subbing, dude. Whoa! Damn. Wednesdays and Thursdays off? Oh yeah. Those are some weird ones, man.
To your left. Ice right.
Well, maybe someday we'll be able to play. I can pick you up. Working security, you're lucky to get days off. Really? My dad worked security like our whole time growing up, and he actually got a lot of days off. Like that's where he started in the company that he works at now. Now he's like really high up, you know, fancy schmancy business guy. But when he started, yeah, he was just a security guard for Securify. But I remember he always had days off still. Jesus, how many fucking dudes are there?
On your right.
Bonk. Get down here, boy. Oh, shit. I didn't know I could do like a charge shot with a gun. That's cool. That's neat. I had no idea I could do that.
Nice work.
They put you where they need you on the days they need you. I remember my last company I worked 10 days straight so they could work me into their schedule before I had a day off. Rough as fucking human South Carolina summer and a tin can of a gatehouse and no AC. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I haven't heard of that before. 2 Constitution. Yeah, I'm just trying to think of like, I still need to do a Balatro stream as well. I promised I would do a Balatro stream before I left, since Balatro is probably going to be one of the main games I'm playing while I'm out, and I wanted to at least stream my first time playing it. I'm going to be playing it a ton over the over the trip, I'm sure. Elatro stream will probably be tomorrow. Obviously, I'm going to be doing Split Fiction tomorrow, probably as well. I'm going to be doing Split Fiction a little bit more today. I think I'll probably be able to get through Split Fiction before the trip, at least. I'm hopeful, at least. Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough got flashbanged by cock and balls in the customization. Laughed more than I should have. Yeah, it is a game that definitely, a lot like Cyberpunk, really appealed to the Coomer fan base, you know? Guy and girl Coomers. I've never understood, like, cock and vagina customization and stuff like that in games where you, like, don't even see it unless you're making your character naked for some reason, which is, like, why would you even do that? I've never really understood it. It's always been, like, weird to me. Because weird in Cyberpunk as well. It's like, even in the sex scenes of Cyberpunk, you don't see your wiener. You know?
Come on now, remember. Oh, my apologies, my friend. Is there any chance we've met before? I seem to have forgotten, well, everything.
I told you, wait, it's like that the rest of your time in the area? Oh, I figured. That's how the last area was. Like I said, every area seems to be like, okay, these are tier 2, tier 3 enemies, so you're gonna have tier 2, tier 3 gear. And then in the next area, I'm sure it's gonna be tier 3, tier 4 enemies, and you're gonna get tier 4 gear, right? Like, it seems like that's what they're setting up. But yeah, one of these days I'll have to do another playthrough of Baldur's Gate 3. My initial playthrough of Baldur's Gate 3 was just unfortunately so fucking negative, man. Just because I played it like the day one PC launch and it was so buggy. It was so extremely buggy. On launch. I would love to like play through it again and actually like see it how it's supposed to be, because holy hell, man, it was a buggy fucking mess on launch. Like, I had the game beaten, I think, before even a single title update. Like, I think maybe title update 1 came out right as I finished the game. Like, when I finished the game, the Steam achievement literally said 0.01% of people have this achievement. Like, I beat that game before almost everyone. It was insane. I think only like 4% or 5% of people had even made it to Act 3 at the time that I beat it. Like, it was pretty wild, man. And yeah, unfortunately, it was so buggy. Just because, you know, Act 3 wasn't play tested. Like, you know, Act 1, which is what everyone was playing for months and months, was like super play tested because that's what was in early access for like 3 years or whatever, you know. So Act 1 was like really well polished. You get into Act 2, it's like, oh, there's like a few bugs, and then Act 3 was just, it was rough, very rough. But it kind of sucked because I couldn't even like, I'd complain about it, but I couldn't really complain about it to anybody that understood because everyone was still in Act 1. You know, I was kind of a victim of my own circumstances because me and my cousin had taken the time off. And, like, both of us were just playing the entire game split screen. And we were playing a shit ton of it. We just set it up in the living room and we just played the whole game split screen. So we were no life in it hardcore.
If I knew that, I could retrace my steps and figure out something, anything. No luck though so far. I have no idea where.
Yeah,
or
no
even who
humidity
I am.
is the best.
I just came out here with no memory whatsoever. I figured that someone
I will take
would have
100 plus
recognized me by
degree
now.
weather with no humidity
Maybe I'm a recluse
over
or a
70
hermit of
degree
some
weather
kind.
with crazy humidity, honestly. Seem to have the residue of animantic experiment all over you. Do you remember anything like that? Where were you when you first came to? Oh, you remember anything? Do you remember anything at all? Oh, you and I are the best of friends. Come to think of it, you still owe me some gold. You should be careful out there. You never know who might be looking to take advantage of your situation.
I have noticed a lot of animancy going on around here, so it's very likely. I'm afraid that may be my only option. Thank you so much for your time.
Bye, sir. Sucks to suck.
Quiet, Nimboot.
Stop it.
Coming from your right.
Yeah, humidity is awful, man. I never really understood, like growing up in Oregon, you know, I never really understood what people were talking about when they're always like, oh, it's the humidity that kills you and stuff. Because all I knew was humidity, right? It's super humid in Oregon. It's always fucking raining. But man, like, once I moved to Vegas, I was like,
just like the
wait,
good old days.
it's 95 degrees? It's 100 degrees? What? This doesn't feel that hot. Like, it literally felt less hot than like 80 degrees in Oregon. It's also because you don't get that wet feeling. Like when you're sweating and it's like just not evaporating, you know, and it's just fucking nasty. You don't get that, luckily. Because it's so dry here, the moment you start sweating, it starts evaporating. Classic Arizonan comet. It's hot, but it's dry heat. I mean, there's a very simple thing in science. If there's a lot of people coming to the exact same conclusion, there's probably a bit of validity to that conclusion, right? If there's a lot of people that are saying something, especially like people who have lived in humid places and not humid places, there's probably a reason why they're saying that. It's probably not a coincidence, you know? Unless it's mass hysteria. Well, mass hysteria has very specific criteria. And it's very uncommon. Yeah, I mean, I've lived all over, you know, the place, and I've been to way more places than a lot of people, and I mean, it's not a coincidence. It really is a very big difference, you know. Went to Florida for Disney with my family. It was so humid. I showered like the whole day. Because, yeah, I mean, I've spent a lot of time in Canada. I've spent a whole lot of time on the West Coast, California, Oregon, Washington, some time in Idaho. And then, you know, been to Hawaii. Now I've been to, well, I've been up to Utah for a little while. Been to New York City and just New York in general. Been to, you know, I've lived now in Nevada, a few different places in Nevada, a few different places in Arizona.
Hail, traveler.
And yeah, I mean, I can 100% confirm there is a very noticeable difference between like dry heat and humid heat.
Greetings and well met.
Yeah,
hope
I already
the
went through
roads
that
have been
door,
treating you
Chris.
well. If you're in need
That's
of
why
a
I didn't go through.
restock, you've come to the right place.
It was already opened up because I already did that. It was a high of 67 today. Oh no. Stopped reviewing foods. Brother, let me tell you a little something. Review Bra wishes he had a jawline like me. He wishes. I had to do it, man. I had to. I legally did not have an option. I had to do it. It's practically held at gunpoint. Just how it is. Thought I was him. Brother, and his clothes don't fit. He shops at like fucking, I don't even know, Goodwill or something, and he just he gets like the cheapest shit that doesn't even fit him. Seems like a nice guy. Don't get me wrong. He seems like a nice guy. But his clothes don't fit. And yeah, the poor guy not have the greatest facial structure. That's for sure. Seems like a nice guy, though. He does seem nice. Finished Split Fiction yesterday, by the way. Don't know how far you got, but it was really good. I don't think we're like super far, but we're getting through it. I think we're probably about like 6 hours. 6 to 7 hours through. We're probably right around like halfway. What is this? This is a medium armor. Dude, it's drippy. 31. 3% damage reduction. Oh, right. This is... Oh. Increases your health restoration from all sources. It's just so drippy, but it does not have movement speed. But... I'm gonna transmog that shit. 100%. What do you plead? Your honor? Get mogged. Listen. You gotta pull out the mog, man. Especially when someone's saying something like you look like Review Bra. I mean, I really don't have I don't have a choice at that point in time, you know. I have to show them the error of their ways. Oh. Looks like a completely different color in that. Still looks cool. It's a little dirty though. Still looks cool though. Okay. Kind of close to moving to New York. New York is terrible, dude. Literally terrible. Worst vacation I've ever been on. Horrendous. In actual disbelief that people would choose to live there. I mean, it's awful, bro. I'm not being dramatic. Like, it's genuinely terrible. I know people say, oh, it's just New York City. It's not. It's all of New York. It is. That is the biggest cope I see of people who live in New York. Oh, it's just New York City. No, it's not. I went outside of New York City. It's not. Get healed, Sinkies. Shit. These are the guys that take damage from me healing them.
I think I sprained my shoulder.
And the rats? The rats are mostly a city thing, but they are massive. Like, some of them are the size of fucking cats, bro. I thought people were joking when they said that. They weren't. Like, some of them are actually the size of cats. It's insane. It's actually wild. Just such a nasty place. I feel so bad for people that live there. My ex-girlfriend lived there, man. It was just disgusting.
Ew. Think about this when we're all eating leaf stew tonight.
This is Avowed.
You take lead. Glad you're on my side.
Boink. Oh shit. Uh-oh. Guess who's here for 3 minutes and 34 seconds. Very specific amount of time. So I'm gonna guess you. I'm gonna go out on a limb here. Magic Boy, thank you for subscribing. It's very nice of you. Thank you, thank you. Sure, Helldiver. Drive safe, dude. I'm not gonna read that message, Gillis. But I would suggest not joking about stuff like that, especially not on my channel when I'm on as many watch lists as I am. I think you're, it's not a smart play. Let me just say that. Very not smart play. I would not recommend. Wolf armor. What does this do? 2 perception, 4% damage reduction while sprinting. New York City, he would need to live in like New York and New York City so he could apply into stuff, but Chicago they didn't at the time. I think that's what stopped us from moving there or whatever. So were you guys just like naturally averse to living anywhere even remotely affordable? Was that like illegal to you guys or something? Mysterious meteorite, a pitted rock, purported to be a piece of Ione Brother, Eora's shattered third moon, strangely warm for something that's been underwater for ages. Huh. Cool. You miss Milwaukee? Milwaukee as in like Oregon, Milwaukee? Or a different Milwaukee? I'm going to assume a different Milwaukee. Wisconsin. Nice try, Stevie. I've got Barbarian Shout on. Little smelly boy. Buried. Four times for my Lucky Charms in one night in downtown Chicago.
Hurry on, boy.
Ugh. Dive deep, swim well, godlike. If you recover Andra's gift, find me at the dock south of Fjord. I have more to share with you.
It's definitely coming this way.
We weren't gonna move to New York City, just like outside of New York City. That's where we were looking, but like it was just kind of bad idea because the family is in Chicago. Could help out. It's also just a bad idea because then you'd have to be in fucking New York. Like that's the main reason it's a bad idea. New York is just ass.
Unseen, unheard.
Geschenk. Oh.
Nice.
I had no idea. Okay, well now they have an idea, Kai. Thanks for that. Ow, my face. I feel that way about all cities, Gillis. I could never live in a city. Suburbs are fine. I don't really have an issue with suburbs. But I could never live in a city. I don't know how people live in those places. I hate it. Absolutely hate cities. I've never understood the appeal. Yeah. Like, oh, but there's stuff to do. Yeah, but most people are broke. You're broke. You can't afford to do the stuff, bitch. You're paying twice my mortgage for rent for a shitty apartment in the city. Think about that for a second. Like, okay, there's more stuff to do. You're fucking broke though, so what's it even matter? My mom always lived in cities, man. And then she just, I don't know, as she got older, she was finally like, I'm gonna look outside of a city. Literally, I bought a little house, a little cottage, a cabin in the woods. And she's never been happy. And she has never had more money. It's pretty wild.
something nearby.
Let me catch my breath. To your left!
Heal yourself.
Oh my god. She went from Seattle to who knows, fucking Spokane or something. I have no idea. Some like place I had literally never even heard of. Rent in New York is twice the amount I pay for a 4-bed, 3-bath. Yep. Yep. It's insane, dude. Actually, downtown or any other non-suburb just sounds depressing. Yeah, and then you hear these people, like you hear like Seth Rogen, right? Like you hear these people that have lived in cities their whole life talking about LA, and they're just like, bro, it's not that big of a deal that your car got broken into. Everyone that's lived in LA knows, or any major city knows. Yeah, don't keep anything valuable in your car. It's gonna get broken into. It's like, dude, what? What are you talking about? How is it that normalized for your fucking property to be destroyed and ransacked? Like, that never, ever happens out here in the boonies, man. Like, if there's a situation where someone's house is being broken into or something, that is like such a big story out where I am. People are talking about it for like months. And then you go into the city and it's like just a fucking everyday thing. Like, oh yeah, you know, car got busted into. It's like, bro, what? How are you so chill about that? Like, I'd be losing my mind. I'd be going fucking full vigilante mode. Baiting my car, trying to find the dude and stuff. I don't get it. The only time I can like understand people living in the city is if they're like very, very wealthy. So someone like Seth Rogen, it's like, okay, because then it doesn't matter if people break in to your car or they steal your shit because you're so wealthy that it literally doesn't even matter. You don't even bat an eye, and the crazy prices don't matter to you because you're rich as hell. It's like, that's the only time that it can actually make like any semblance of sense to me. When I see just like normal people doing it, I'm just like, bro, that's insane. Like, it's got to be a situation where like you're born there and then you just never leave. Like, you're just stuck there forever. I can't do it. I'm not a city guy. I feel like if I was out in the city, if I lived in a city, like if I lived in Phoenix, for example, here in Arizona, or when I was in Oregon, if I lived in Portland or whatever, I can like almost guarantee you I would have probably had to draw my gun already. Like, I feel like that's almost guaranteed. Meanwhile, I've carried every single day for like 8 years now and never had to draw my gun a single time. It's awesome. It's great. And I really hope it stays that way. I never ever want to have to draw it. I never want to have to use it. If I was in those just like crime-addled cesspools that are, you know, your average city, I don't feel like I would be so fortunate. The ironic thing is a lot of those cities are like very hardcore anti-carrying firearms as well. So you're just supposed to be a victim, basically. Like, no, you don't get to protect yourself. You get to let them rob you. You have to let them take all of your shit that you worked hard for. You put in hundreds of hours of your life to work hard for that car.
Take your best shot.
If not more. And they just get to break into it. That's just how it is, man. And you see people like Seth Rogen like, yeah, everyone knows that's how it is in the city. It's not a big deal. Like, bro, what?
We got them all.
That is crazy to me. I could not imagine thinking that way. How used and abused do you have to be by the system to just have that victim mindset? This is Avowed, SB. Oh, hi, Vader. Thank you, but this is just my normal attire now. This is just normally how I dress now, brother. I threw away like almost all of my t-shirts, all of my anime merch. How long am I planning on streaming tonight? Well, I'm gonna be playing this until Josh is ready to do more Split Fiction. Then I'm gonna be swapping over to some Split Fiction, and then we'll probably play that for a couple hours, and that'll probably be it for me for the day. You probably took this note off of a corpse, which says more about you than it does about me. Children these days. No respect for the dead. For the record, it was an ambush that did me in. Fucking Zarups. I heard they were cowards, that they shunned civilization. Well, explain that to my dead friends. I'll show them who's a coward. Here's a clue. It's the ranger holding his guts together, hiding in the workshop while they chitter in victory outside. Never lost as much blood before. Has to be some kind of record, don't you think? Not the anime merch, yep. It's true. You know the funniest thing about all my anime merch? I never bought a single piece of it. Like, I don't think I have ever bought any anime merch in my life. A single thing. But I've just had so much anime merch gifted to me. I had tons of shirts. I got figures, posters and shit. Oops. Great. There goes my mana.
Quiet as death.
Left.
Ooh. Oh my god. That's a parry on land. Hi, Reyna. Nice of you to drop in. Good luck on your homework. I did a shit ton of homework today as well.
Another glorious battle.
Yeah, the game's quite good. I would recommend it. It's on Game Pass, which is nice. It's received quite a lot of hate online, but I think it's pretty good. Pretty fun, enjoyable. I probably have it at like an 8 for me right now. I think it's quite good though. No game of the year contender or anything like that, but definitely enjoyable. sparkles. Uh-huh. Oh! How do I get up there? Oh. Aha. But anyway, yeah. I'm not a city living type of guy. The quiet slave has judged these lands and found them barren. We will not farm that which has no life. The harvest will fail with or without us. When death finds you, remember that you did not heed the warning of Skane. This is what I mean about the looting, though, in the game, right? Is it's like, I'm looting all this shit. It's like, okay. It's, you know, pieces to enchant my gear. Oh, nice. How many of those pieces to enchant my gear, like, do I already have? Oh, like an ungodly amount. Right? It's like, oh, well, how many do you need? Like, you probably need a lot, right? No, you need, like, one. Yeah, you need like a solid one. And you can only enchant weapons, and you can only enchant weapons once. It's just like very weird. How much of the shit that they give you. Ah! Have we been here? We have. Okay. Report to the farmers. Oh my god. Oh my god. We have so many quests to turn in. Jesus Christ. They gave more upgrade things instead. It's just kind of weird to me. Like, I think there should be a more in-depth enchantment system. For sure. And then even with the upgrades, like, I don't know. I feel like within 30 minutes to an hour of being in a new region, I already have enough stuff to upgrade my weapon to the next tier.
Hello again, friend. Have you looked in on those Zarups? Thank you, friend. I don't need the details, really. Just thank you for your help. I will let the Rangers know that the Zarups are no longer a problem. My guess is that will come as a relief. Take this for your troubles, friend. I suppose we'll get to work replacing these machines.
Gave me a ring of pain amplification. That does not sound good. Oh, okay. Just 15% extra crit damage. Yeah, why not?
With another small fortune out of
It's probably more damage. What the? What the hell? What is this horseshit? Absolutely just knitted. Actually disgusting. How knitted they just got. Would it really have been that hard for them to just add like one more execution? Maybe two. You know, would that be too much to ask for? Like, I kind of want to stop executing people just because I'm getting so tired of seeing that execution. Like, it's just the same one every time. It's wild. For how often you do it. Like I'm playing fucking Wukong again.
My farmhands are very affectionate. Feel free to pet them if you like.
Oh, I'm actually so good.
Giatta Castel wants my professional opinion. What an honor. I have a few theories, but no firm conclusions. I have to ask, is it true? Did Vidaro kick her out of town?
Gossip travels fast around these parts, brother. Banished.
That's our governor for you. Self-righteous even in his own ignorance.
I should check if I'm
I'll tell you what I
taking Momo
know
for a
about
W.
the Dream Scourge. But first, I need some help around the farm. I'm up to my ears in chores around here, and the Revenants can only do so much. They can't do complicated tasks, you see. Anyway, I'm afraid the time has come to put down poor Silvo.
You want me to draw your thumb across your throat? Oh, I'm so sorry. That's terrible. Let me guess. Silvo isn't a cow or a goat. Talking about the Revenant in your barn, I dealt with him.
You did? That was quick.
What can I
Poor
say?
Silvo. He was a bright young Revenant.
If it has a health bar, I'm killing it.
But a very old man. Thank you for giving him peace. So, the Dream Scourge. I've been keeping an eye on the readings from my fields. This plague, as we know it, is a recent development.
Oh yeah?
But
both of these
I believe
nuts in
whatever
your
causes
mouth,
it is older by
TS.
far.
Got him.
Maybe even as old as the living lands. The exotic plants and animals. The
Guy actually
twisted
thought he was gonna get me. Come on.
The Dream Scourge. They have a common
Come on.
ancestor. There's something about the essence in the living lands that's different from anywhere else I've seen.
Brother, I was getting people with these nuts jokes and stuff back in CS 1.6. 20 years ago. You're gonna have to try a little harder than that. Brain dead thing to put up? What do you mean? Some of your colleagues must have arrived at the same conclusion. We need to find the source of the difference if there's any hope of stopping it.
But how to find something so well hidden? Can something so metaphysical even be found? Not to get too superstitious, but in these troubled times, the arrival of a godlike is no coincidence. You are meant to be here.
I don't know about all
Toward
that.
what end? Only you can say.
Sure, Gianna will be interested to hear this. I'm a bit skeptical. Thank you for your insight. In other words, you don't know anything. What if it has something to do with the entity tethered to my soul? That's just inviting people to say it? Cube, you're so close. You're so close. Let's maybe fire up a couple more of those neurons here. Why do you think that is? Come on. Let's utilize some critical thinking capabilities. We've evolved hundreds of thousands of years to get to this point. Why do you think I would put something on the screen if I actually didn't want people to say it? Quite a quandary. Truly a bit of a dilemma. I'm confident in you, though. I'm sure you can figure it out. I don't know. I don't stream. Apparently you don't think either. I don't know what that thing in between your fucking ears is, but it's clearly not a brain. It's engagement bait, brother. It's engagement bait. YouTube utilizes an engagement-based algorithm which incentivizes users to acquire comments on content. Comments are the single most valuable thing that you can receive from a viewer. So, you put something on screen to incentivize people to click on the stream, which gives you a view, which does help, and to comment. It's so simple. I really had faith in you, Cube. I did. Unfortunately, that's an egg on my face. That was my mistake. My bad. I shouldn't have. But I thought you could figure that out. Yes. It does incentivize people to comment. That is the point. It's called engagement bait. Almost all of the TikTok and short streamers utilize the tactic. Yeah.
Seems a little far-fetched. Then again, what isn't these days? You're a godlike, so anything is possible. Perhaps your nature will grant you more answers. And thank you for the interesting riddle. You and Giat are going to shake things up. As for me, I'll be keeping a close eye on
Twice
my
you
flight.
can't shame me again.
Oh, and thank you for the nightmare fuel. Really have been sleeping entirely too well lately.
I'm condescending using bait tactics. I'm condescending to somebody that's beneath me. Yeah, that's typically what you do. Right? Yeah. Brother, the first time I ever saw this on a single stream, I instantly understood what the point is. If you can't come to the conclusion of what the point of engagement bait is, you're actually retarded. Double-digit IQ probably needs to be in some sort of assisted living situation.
Did you hear that Giata was sent into exile?
I'm gonna be honest.
Wonder if she needs a new research partner.
Yes, I'm condescending to you because you are clearly beneath me.
Both.
I'm treating you exactly how you deserve to be treated.
Genuine godlike.
Do you think they can hear us?
Let's find out. Hello, me, Yvette. You friend?
Brother, why are you talking to me like that? I'm not fucking Utapon, Cube. You don't need to talk slow to me and fully enunciate every word. I'm following. I'm following, brother. I can understand you perfectly.
Remy, take a note. Fluent speech and upright posture show marks of sophistication in the endangered godlike. We heard that Giada partnered up with an outsider, but I had no idea you were a godlike. Fascinating.
Incredibly. Can you just give me information?
It's just that we've never met a godlike before. This is a big day for us.
Giata must have sent you to be our test subject. She knows how we adore your kind.
Scummy?
Satisfy our curiosity and we'll give you everything Giata needs to finish her research.
Scummy.
Deal?
If you think putting 3 words on a screen is scummy, do me a favor. Swipe through a couple of the Shorts live streams in your feed. You know what you'll see? You'll see people false advertising VODs as if they're live. You'll see people taking advantage of children through slowly walking them through how to donate to their content, literally lying to them. Right? You'll see all sorts of actual despicable tactics. If 3 words on a screen to you is scummy, Jesus Christ, man. I don't know what to tell you. You must live in the nicest, fanciest little bubble on the planet. That is a crazy take. Absolutely crazy take. The only people that fall for the engagement bait are retards. That's the truth. They're retards. And there are already people that want to get banned. Right? Because if they see words on a screen and it says that it's going to lead to a ban, and then they say the words on the screen, that means that they want to do something that they know is against the rules that equals a ban. So taking advantage of people like that turning them into something that actually benefits your channel and helps you substantially, right? That is smart. That's not scummy. Because you're not taking advantage of good people. You're taking advantage of people who are trying to be bad actors. So it's not at all scummy, my guy. Now, what's scummy is, like I said, a lot of the other stuff that short streamers are doing that I don't do at all. All right, I don't take advantage of children. In fact, the moment somebody says that they're under 18, they're permanently banned from the channel. I don't run VODs in order to farm ad revenue and pretend that it's live. I don't do any of that stuff, actually. So, I don't know, man. I mean, to each their own. Maybe it's scummy to you. That's fine. But I think it's a crazy take.
The information wouldn't be worth anything if we just gave it to her freely, now would it? Let's begin the examination. If you could choose, who or what would you be in your next life?
Monkey.
Next time you go round the wheel, you might not get so lucky.
Monkey. Come back as a godlike. Blending into a crowd. Some kind of mushroom. No monkey option, L game. Being a mushroom might be kind of cool.
Ooh, good answer.
Just chilling.
My turn. Some would call you blessed. Others would call you cursed. The fact remains, you are touched by the gods. Wouldn't you say that you owe something to the rest of us?
Huh? Bitch, I owe you nothing. Who are you?
No need to take offense. We merely
The hell?
seek to learn.
Oh, I thought of another. We all know that godlike can't reproduce. How do you plan on leaving a legacy after you're gone?
Hopefully people remember me in the ways I've touched their lives. There are many ways to leave a legacy, and mine are none of your business. These are the worst questions I've ever heard. Godlike can't reproduce. That explains it. I can't have kids? Jesus. Even in game, I get a vasectomy before a doctor will give me one IRL. That's fucked up. They'll remember how I touched them.
Very optimistic, aren't we?
They won't have a choice.
Everything. Thank you for that brilliant insight, godlike. You're a credit to your dwindling kind.
So, Giata wants to know all about the dream scourge, yes? Such has been her research of late. Do you want the good news or the bad news?
It's scummy, cope harder. You're free to your opinion, man. That's the beauty of America. Unless you're in a shitty country, in which case I'm sorry. But that's the beauty of America. You're free to your opinion. Even when you're wrong, you're free to it. And I believe in that. I think that's beautiful. Unfortunately for you, though, there are diminishing returns when it comes to getting comments from an individual. I think you have indeed hit that quota, which means now you're no longer useful to me. You're welcome, though. I have indeed made you useful for the first time in your entire life. Feel free to come back in 24 hours when your ban is up. We can farm you again, and you can once again be useful. But have a good one. Take care. And stop doom scrolling. Go do something productive with your life, my guy. Watching content you clearly don't enjoy is not a very great use of your free time. Remember, your time on this world is limited. And when you're in your deathbed, right? Old man, dying, I really doubt the last thing you're going to say is, man, I wish I would have, hated on small content creators more. Just saying. Just some friendly advice. Maybe spend your time a little bit better. If not, 24 hours, come back. We'll farm you again. You can help out the channel again. We appreciate you, man.
The Dream Scourge is proof that an unprecedented metaphysical disaster can take place at any time.
Oh, that's a load off my mind. Sure beats not constantly worrying about the future.
How's that good news?
Giata will be
He's
interested
outlived
to
his
learn that
use.
the
He
dream
did,
scourge
unfortunately.
cannot just be studied in a lab. Its nature is wild, so it has to be studied in the wild. Our machines and experiments would meddle with it too much.
Usually about 3 to 5
And
comments,
like anything
you know.
affecting the soul, it must be connected to essence.
After that,
Thus, if she wishes
it's
to
like, okay,
discover more about the Dream Scourge,
you can
a
go.
Pillar of Adra would be a good place to start.
But the funny thing is, he commented so many times on the channel, and you know what that does? That tells YouTube he's a real big fan of the content. So he's going to be seeing me every single time he goes to Doom Scroll now. So we'll probably get to farm him a few more times. That is also the hidden beauty of the engagement bait, is it gets people to click on the stream, comment on the stream, which tells YouTube that they're interested in the content, and it makes your stuff pop up over and over for them. It is unfortunate for him. He's fallen into the trap. It is what it is.
Precisely. A godlike and a scholar too. Incredible.
Indeed. Just as Adra channels essence, so too may it provide a key to discovering more about the Dream Scourge.
Not that we'd ever be interested in such research, of course. How droll.
By the way, if anybody ever wondered why I take the time to actually roast people when it comes to, you know, retards in the chat, viewer count went from 25 to 67. With literally nothing interesting whatsoever happening in the game. So, when I tell you guys, trust me, I know what I'm doing here. There's a reason why I actually acknowledge these individuals. The proof is in the pudding, guys. People love it. It might not be the nicest content, but people do indeed enjoy it.
Now that we've researched the mind of a godlike, the next step is anatomy. But we've taken enough of your time. Farewell.
I can show you a little bit of my anatomy. You're cute enough. Want to stop in here? Just me and you?
Were any of those words the ones we needed?
Okay. Come on, dude.
You're that envoy, aren't you?
You are a skinny guy. You're built like me.
Gives you away. What can the Fjord Ranger's Rising Star do for you, Your Eminence?
Oh, been here since the Veilguard play? Gotcha. I was a minute ago. Rumor has it there's a killer in the squad. Guess what? You're a suspect. Imagine a detective saying that to you. If you're the Rising Star, why are you hanging around the docks? Found Ranger Verano. He's been beaten and captured by the bandits you were sent to scout. You should know, we found the corpse of Ranger Minato. He's stabbed in the back.
That's crazy. Are you sure it was him? I mean, holy shit. Monato's dead? Why? Why would anyone kill him?
That's what we're wondering.
Wait.
I do not need help. I'm doing great.
Killer, don't you? Listen to me. I didn't do anything wrong. Verano going missing isn't my fault.
You should be ashamed.
That is not what happened. No one is hearing my side of the story. We were scouting out the abandoned homestead near Nakotedek when the bandits attacked us. I drew 2 of them away from the fight, and Verano and I got separated. When I doubled back around to check on him, I didn't see anyone. I assumed the fighting was over.
Oh, it was over, all right. I think maybe you left him there to die on purpose. This is some LA Noire shit.
What? No, I didn't. I'm not a murderer.
You may not be a murderer, but you're definitely no ranger.
I can't believe you said that. Not that it's...
Am I streaming on multiple platforms? Yeah, I stream on Twitch as well.
I have a reputation to maintain around here.
That's a 16:9 stream for anybody that just prefers that format.
2 bandits attacked us, and Verano stepped up to fight them. I drew my blade, and I froze. I saw more bandits coming, and Verano was getting overwhelmed. I didn't know what to do.
That's the part where you swing your weapon at the enemy. You left him to die. You should be in jail, not assigned to watch duty. I have to say this line. It's too fucking funny.
I know that. I mean, from training. Yeah, but this was different.
Pussy.
I've never been in a fight before. Not a real fight with people actually trying to kill me.
You froze. It happens, kid. Combat instincts take
Don't
practice.
cover for him, Garrus.
The real disgrace is tucking your tail in town instead of getting help and going back.
True.
I know what I did was wrong, but I'm not a murderer. I swear. I swear.
I actually believe it. He's too big of a pussy.
That's a relief. I'll find a way to make it up to him once all this killer business is over. And I hope you find them, Envoy. I'd love to give them a gauntlet to the face.
This kid's got too much to prove and too little to show for it, but
Level
he doesn't
up.
seem like a traitor.
Yeah, I gathered that, Garrus. I came to that conclusion as well. What are we gonna level up? Immune to non-lethal fall damage while power jumping. Damage dealt scales with the height of your fall. Oh, the damage dealt didn't scale with... Oh, I see. Only the stun right now is scaling based on how far I fall. Okay. So once I get that, then the damage will scale as well. That's going to be fucking awesome. Parry efficiency. This is Avowed, Darth. Zachary Pendragon. Come on, bro. You're gonna have my name and you're gonna be falling for engagement bait, dude? Come on. You're making us all look bad. What are you doing? Lock in. Obviously, it's bait, dude. You're embarrassing us. Zach's across the board. Jesus. Unbelievable. Some people. Could just make my gun do more damage. That wouldn't be too bad. I'm just gonna do damage. Just damage. Why not? Dude, we have so many quests here. Holy. This game is way longer than I thought, man. Like, they really downplayed how long this game was gonna be. They came out and they're like, oh yeah, you know, it'll take like 30, 40 hours to finish. Yeah, that was fucking cap, dude. Apparently there's 5 areas. This is only the 2nd area in the game. I'm already at 20 something hours, I'm pretty sure. 24, yeah, I'm already at 30 hours. Holy shit, I'm at like 31 hours. Only in the 2nd area. They did the From Software thing.
You've been gone so long, I was starting to worry.
From Software does the same thing. Every time Miyazaki's like, oh, you know, yeah, Elden Ring, it'll take like 25 hours. And then we get Elden Ring, it's like, bro, this is like a 100-hour game. He's like, oops. Oopsie. Like, I am totally okay with people lying to me about that. I'm not gonna lie. Like, lie to me like that. Don't lie to me and say, like, your game has a thing and then it doesn't have it or something. But lie to me about how long it is. I think that's fine. That doesn't bother me. You'll never believe what I found.
What was it? Don't keep me in suspense.
They're drawn to the moon rock. Brought it back for you. Thought you might need it. Wait, I kind of want the moon rock. I'm not gonna lie.
Incredible. I've never seen the revenants gaze at the moon. Could some essence... Never mind. Now that it's here, they'll come back. This is brilliant. Give it to me. I'll take samples right away.
You don't want it if you value your life.
Life? What do you mean?
Makes revenants violent. It's already done it once. What if they turn on you? They were safe to use. Wouldn't Elia have already taken it? Second thought, what could go wrong? You're the expert here. Oh no.
That's terrifying, but I made them. They wouldn't turn on me.
They aren't logical like we are. What if they don't recognize you?
Damn it all. I can't beat Elia if those things kill me first.
32
I
hours?
suppose some things weren't meant to be understood. Thank you anyway.
There's a lot of side quests,
Now,
man.
I should get to work on
Like,
the
it's
new
not
flock.
open world.
They won't animate themselves.
But there's a good amount of shit to do. It's like Borderlands, you know? Like, there's a good amount of shit to do in each of the zones. Why does my character look like he's been eating glitter? You mean the fact that he's fucking touched?
There you are. You'd been gone. What happened?
Wait. Is this quest bugged? I can't turn it in.
What was... But what happened to them? Ah, well, now I should surely...
Animancy? Grave robbing? People sure have fun around here.
Huh. That was a
Maybe pick
weird...
up some eggs and milk while you're out getting corpses. Maybe
Was that a
nice
bug, I wonder?
pastry or two.
Yippee!
I saw you dive into the lake and retrieve a shard of the sky. Tell me,
Why does he talk like
do you
Voldemort?
still have it? The boy who lived, come to die. Have a good time.
Cut off my nose. I swear I could play him. I'm already balding. We'll get there soon. You know? I'll already be very soon. Give it like probably 8 months. I'll look just like him.
The farther it travels, the safer it will be. Even an enchanted stone should not attract the undead. The lake must have imbued it with some power I cannot name. To heal Andra's wound, I must give it a watery grave, commit it to the deepest, darkest ocean. She will forget it there.
Yeah, but that's kind of the whole story, Kenzie, is that I'm ugly. In-game. That's the whole thing with the game. Say you're touched by a god. Now you get all these, like, little growths on your face and stuff, and everyone's like, oh, he's ugly. Yeah. That's the game. Good luck. Well, you know more about this than I do. This is the strangest day of my life, and I've come back from the dead.
Then I am grateful to have broadened your experience. Now, will you return it? I have coin, if it would help. I can afford my boat passage. I need no more than that.
There you go.
The Lady of Lament assures me that this is better off forgotten. By helping me, you've helped her. She owes you, and she won't forget that.
I could use a god in my pocket. I wish the gods would leave me alone. Okay, Kratos, relax.
I will relay that message sooner than you think. So, that is that. I believe my time here has come to an end.
Bye, Baldy.
Whatever called you to these shores, I hope it reveals itself soon.
Anything's possible.
Until our next voyage around the wheel, godlike.
What is with the religious...
festering snake bite right now.
The religious posters on YouTube Shorts. This is a thing. What is up with this? Is there like some what are they called? Pastors? Is that what they're called? There's some like religious dude that's like sending his flock. He's like, all right, my flock, we will spread the word of God. Not by traveling to people's doors and knocking on them and annoying them, but by going to the YouTube's shorts comments section. Ah, yes. Pastors in Greece. Yeah, can you tell I'm not a religious man? I'm fucking slowed to hell and back. Tally ho. The doors are reserved by Jehovah's Witnesses. Is that how it is? They're like gangs. They're like, hey man, this is our turf. You better fucking pedal those bikes elsewhere. I swear, they always are like riding bikes. They're always like young white dudes riding bikes dressed like me. You know, like wearing a sweater vest or something. Every time. It's so weird.
Here it comes.
I wonder the conversion rate, you know? I wonder the conversion rate on on like knocking on doors for Jesus. Probably not too high, I would think, right? Like, I know for us, we have like a huge sign on the door that's like a no soliciting. We don't care about your God. We don't care about your Girl Scout cookies. We don't care about anything. Don't knock on our fucking door, you know? And I feel like a lot of people have like a no soliciting sign, but then like the people just don't listen at all. Hey, cucumber.
Guts.
Remind me not to spook you.
Come and get me. Here we go.
Oh. Ow. Oh. Oh, we get parried, Stinky. How embarrassing. You see what I did there? How embarrassing. Tough crowd. It's rough. Root strangled tree. Look for evidence. Clandestine note. Written in a precise and careful hand. This note seems to set up a meeting in another location. Assuming you find this letter intact and in time, before you go any further, make sure you haven't been followed to this location. Having stalked bandits in this forest before, I know the usual level of care you people take, and I generally find it lacking. Once you're certain you weren't followed, come to my camp at the mouth of the river, southwest of Fjord, and we'll discuss how you can further help me bring order to the valley. Don't make me regret our accord. Knocked on the door, opened it up. First thing he said to me was, what, can I talk to your parents? Oh! Oh my god. Are your parents home? Something along those lines, I'm guessing. Are your parents home, miss? Yeah. Don't feel bad, Kenzie. I mean, I get that same thing all the time, and I'm, you know, quite a bit older than you. Don't feel bad. It's just gonna happen.
Right behind you.
Shut up, easy boy. Melons. Some loins. I love me some good loins. Digging in. Cucumber. What the hell was that guy doing, huh? What was he doing? Better be cooking up a fucking salad. Surely I lived that, right? Maybe not. I'm guessing we're not going on a W because I have not heard at all from my father. So in that case, is it 624? I think Josh said it'll be around 7 when we play Split Fiction. Probably end the stream soon here, just so I can get everything set up.
Who are you? Wait, you're the Adirian envoy, no? Honestly, I'm glad you're here. I think this could work out better for both of us. Ranger Etiana Dorso. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. I wish it were under different circumstances, but we work with what we're given, It's lucky you came along, envoy. I was expecting someone else, but I think this could work out better for both of us.
So there really was a traitor, and it was you.
I'd prefer savior if we're handing out epithets. Once you hear my side, envoy, I think you'll agree I was only trying to help.
Working with the bandits who kidnapped Verona. Take it you're the one who killed Monato.
Unfortunately. I didn't want to, but he forced my hand. I thought I was clever, skimming a little extra pay from the coffers, surveying the city's weaknesses, laying caches for my friends. But it was like Monato had eyes in the back of his head. Nothing got by him. I tried to explain, but he couldn't understand. Wouldn't. He'd completely closed his ears to reason.
So you killed him for it?
Poor bastard was always too principled for his own good. After a fashion.
Unbelievable.
They were a means to an end. Don't tell them that. Everyone likes to feel special. They were supposed to kill Verano, but I guess they figured they could get more coin if they ransomed him back to us instead. Idiots. I'm preparing Emerald Stair for Adir's arrival, obviously. Your people have already pacified Paradise, with contracts and clean water, with promises of safety. I want to be safe. I want all of us to finally be safe.
You've got a hazy picture at best, Dorso. The envoy was still killed in the street, and Ludwine's idea of pacified is anything but.
And I know what empires do, envoy. They expand. Your soldiers would have come here sooner or later.
Yeah.
I'm helping us avoid resistance and bloodshed when they do.
By killing people.
Fiori's wasting away, Envoy. Animancy isn't helping us anymore, if it ever did. But no one in the city wants to admit it.
So you murder your own?
Our crops rot in the fields, bears turn to beasts and attack on sight. The very earth disintegrates beneath our feet. I think it's time we accept help from someone stronger, wealthier, better organized. From Adir. Then we can turn things around like Paradis has. Maybe then we can be safe. But Vidarro, Quilici, Captain Asierno, they're too proud. They won't do what must be done. So I'm doing it myself.
Let me get this straight. You killed your friends to prepare Emerald Stair for Adir. Does the ambassador know about your scheme? Does Lodwin? I want to help you prepare for Adir in control. I'm going to spare your life, but I never want to see you again. Let me get this straight.
Fior simply cannot survive the way things are. Monato and Verano disagreed.
Then you disagree. You don't turn on your own.
Their voices had power in the Rangers. Too much power. And when they spoke, the others listened. Now they'll have to listen to me.
Wow. I don't like the way you did this, but I agree with your goals. I could have helped you. You're bold. The Empire needs more who see things like you do. You failed to think of one thing. Adir will not welcome someone who betrayed her own people. Your motivations are completely alien to me. Are you sure you're not a dream thrall? At least someone's taking initiative around here.
I don't live in Adir. I don't want to. Emerald Stair is my home, and it's wasting away. I can only look after my people, get us what we need.
You've got a strange way of doing that.
Only Adir can help us now.
If Adir takes Fior, the home you know will be gone. It would only be another colony. Everything about Fior would change, but that might be for the better. You're kidding yourself if you think the Emperor wants anything to do with this piddling little black backwater. Ooh. Yikes.
Maybe that would be for the best. We've had decades to secure this valley. What do we have to show for it? Dead homesteads, dead farmers, dead fields. And a city full of animancers who don't give a single shit about us. It wasn't always like this.
This is what I love about Obsidian's writing. This is like the third character now in this game where in like 30 hours where I've been like, it's a bad guy, but it's not a bad guy. You know, it's like they do such a good job of like, assuming you just talk to them and you don't just brutally murder them out the gate, at least. They do such a good job of like letting you see things through the lens of somebody who has a completely different ideology and viewpoint on the world than you do. And then they just let you decide what you want to do. I really, really love that, man, because it's like this is the third character that it's like I understand what she's saying and what she's doing and it makes sense, right? It's like it totally makes sense that she's grown up in this place. She sees the dream scourge spreading, so she sees all of her crops dying. She sees all of the people that she's grown up with, like, starving to death. She sees all of these, like, rebels fighting this you know, very wealthy empire that could make it things better. And so she's going on her own, essentially guerrilla warfare against her own people that are fighting against Adir in order to, like, hopefully make things better. Like it completely makes sense. And you literally had this in the past with like Native Americans, right? There were Native Americans like this as well. Native Americans that were like, no, we should not be killing the white man when they came over, right? It's like they know how to grow things. They understand how to make clothes and stuff that we don't have. They understand all of this technology that we can't even comprehend, right? I really, really love the writing that Obsidian does, man. With that being said, unfortunately for her, I might be the envoy for Adir, but I'm actually helping the rebels on this one. So, kind of unfortunate for her. She's about to get owned.
I wish you could have seen the valley I grew up in. The steep green hills, mist twining about the peaks. Birds, deer, the many little creatures of the trees.
A lot of moral
scurrying among
dilemmas throughout the
leaves.
game, and I love it.
Most
There
of them
are.
gone now.
Like, they had a
Sometimes
whole
in high
abortion
summer,
mission as
the
well that was
sunset would
really
catch the
well
rice
done.
paddies just right, and the whole valley would glow coral violet. A world on fire with life.
There's been
that
a
never
lot of
burned.
moral dilemmas
We
that
ate
I've really
well and
liked in the
slept through
game.
night. I don't want to live through this time if there's nothing better on the other side.
Yeah, when people ask me like, "Oh, how are you enjoying this game when it doesn't have, you know, physics on objects like Oblivion had over a decade ago, or how are you enjoying the game when you can't kill random NPCs?" This is how. Their writing in the game is very good, man. Obsidian has always had fantastic writing. Like, and that's why I've been an Obsidian fan since I played their first game way back when I played, you know, well, at least my first game that I played of theirs was Fallout New Vegas. And I instantly, like, fell in love with their writing. It's like Obsidian is great at writing. So, like, everything else I can totally look the other way for. It doesn't really bother me that much because the writing is so damn good and compelling. And the fact that they just let you decide whatever side you want to be on. And they don't judge. I really like that, man. It feels like classic RPGs.
I'm not an official asset, just an enthusiastic ally. But I did meet the captain of the Steel Garrote. Alfir, she said her name was. They appeared out of the fog a few nights ago, late, hours before dawn. There were so many of them, I was certain they were going to kill me.
They focus more on the story than the game physics and useless stuff. That doesn't make the game bad. If anything, it makes it better. I think, like, I'm totally not a person that cares about any of those things, but it makes sense. Like, some people are, and that's totally fine. Like, if you're gonna not play a game because there's not physics on objects, or you're gonna not play a game because you can't attack random people or whatever, that's totally fine. I hope you're at least consistent about it. I hope you didn't play through the Mass Effect trilogy. I hope you didn't like Mass Effect. I hope you didn't like Witcher 3, right? I hope you didn't like all of these other games that are widely considered some of the best RPGs ever made that also do the exact same things. Like, that's kind of the funny thing for me, is that people nitpick what games are okay to have these issues and what games aren't. And it's like, oh, no. Avowed is bad because, you know, it has no physics on objects. You can just take stuff in front of people and they won't do anything and stuff. It's like, okay, well, so you think Witcher 3 is bad, right? What? No, Witcher 3 is fantastic. Oh, that's a little weird. Okay. I mean, it does the same thing, right? Oh, it's completely different. It's totally different. You say so. I mean, I don't know, man. And then also there's just the obvious fact of, if, you know, physics in games and being able to kill any random NPC and stuff like that is really important for a good RPG, then why isn't Oblivion on any of the lists for the greatest RPGs ever made? Oblivion isn't anywhere in that list, in any of the lists that I've seen. But Witcher 3 is, Mass Effect is, right? Those games don't have any of that stuff. You know, it's once again, it's fine if you have an issue with that stuff. But I think, let's all be honest. People only have an issue with that stuff because it's cool to hate on Avowed right now. And because that video went so viral, showcasing, you know, the game compared to Oblivion and the game compared to Skyrim. And that's really why, like, the vast majority of the hate is even there in the first place. The truth of the matter is that Obsidian has never made a bad game. They haven't. At least I've never played a bad game from them. Fallout New Vegas, I love. Pillars of Eternity 1 and 2, I think have really good writing, really good quest design. I'm not the biggest fan of the combat in them, but the world, the writing, everything that you want in a CRPG is incredible. Outer Worlds, I really loved Outer Worlds. Pentiment, I think, was fucking awesome, and I wish more people would play it. And now this game, it's like, I don't think Obsidian has ever had a bad game, man. I don't. And I don't think this is like the first one. I think this game totally is in line with Outer Worlds for me. And I gave that game my game of the year in 2019. I really, really loved Outer Worlds. So, like, yeah, I don't know, man. I think the writing here is very good.
I realized that soon enough. Captain Alfir is strong, determined, organized. She's exactly what we need to save Fjord. She has a vision for
I
how
wouldn't
to
compare
save
it to
the
New
Valley
Vegas,
from
just like I
itself.
wouldn't compare it to
A vision I can
Skyrim.
believe
I'd
in.
compare it to Outer
I
Worlds.
found them a place to hole up. No one is going to find them until it's time.
Outer Worlds, I think, is the closest comparison to this. And I think it's right in line with that. And if you didn't like Outer Worlds, I don't think you'll like this game, and vice versa. The only reason I mentioned New Vegas is because it's an Obsidian game. I was just naming the Obsidian games, and I'm saying I don't think they've made a bad game. I don't think they have. And if you look at the critic reviews, if you look at the user reviews, all of that reflects it as well. They've never had a bad game. Like, their worst game is like a 7 out of 10, which is still a good game. They don't have like a fucking 3 out of 10 or something like that, like real stinker. And that's the thing, is like, I don't think this game is 10 out of 10. But I think it's a good game. I think it's honestly a great game. You know? Where are they now?
If they didn't tell you, they must have had a good reason.
Woman. I'd like to check in.
The steel garrote are holed up in a cave, just behind that waterfall over there.
Ooh.
Some of them, anyway.
We should look into that.
I'm sure they'd appreciate your help.
Fallout New Vegas. I mean, this isn't trying to be a gritty story, though, right? This isn't trying to be gritty, just like Outer Worlds wasn't trying to be gritty. I don't think it's relevant. Plus, I mean, this isn't an open world game like New Vegas. I don't really think they're all that similar. I'm just saying, if you look at Obsidian's games, they haven't made a bad game. Like, I know people don't like to listen to critics now, so like you can't even really refer to critic reviews, which is fine. Look at user reviews. It'll show the exact same thing. Is like, they haven't had a bad game. Even this game has been reviewed quite positively by users. Like, if you look at any of the things where it actually verifies that people are purchasing the game, like Steam reviews, Xbox reviews, yeah, it's fairly positive.
They're going to put a stop to the animancy. The animancy that's sickening our fields, driving the animals mad, polluting our souls. And maybe it will end the dream scourge. Then, Emerald Stair will be safe.
You're prepared to watch a lot of people die for that theory? You expect the steel garrote to what? Ask nicely? How do you know animancy is what's causing the problems?
I don't. That's exactly it. We can't know unless we stop all of it and see. Once Captain Alfir explains to the Animancers what their work is doing to our people, they'll have to give it up.
Yes, explains. Yeah, sorry, bro. I have to kill you. I can't let you go.
About time.
Cool. She's drinking a potion. That's cheating. Oh my. Do a fucking flip, bitch. Oh, sorry. Fat fingered.
Nothing like a win with a good team.
Behind the waterfall, she said, huh? It's an interesting piece of information. Where, oh, where might that be? Ooh. Fallout New Vegas. I think when I said gritty, I used the wrong word. I meant to say the character depth and flaws were more nuanced. More gritty, I guess, just means more human. These characters feel robotic and fake. I disagree. Like I said, that's a third NPC now where I have really seen things from their perspective and seen things from my perspective, and it completely makes sense, all of the things that they're doing and saying. And I think with most video games, you do not get that level of depth at all. I think with the vast majority of games, it's just good guy, bad guy. This is the third character in 30 hours where it's a bad person, but not like, but it makes sense. And I think that's the key to like a really good villain. And if you've looked at any like writing tips on like how to write a good villain, the #1 tip to write a good villain or antagonist character is that they have to believe that they're the good guy. That is like writing 101 for creating an antagonistic character. They have to genuinely believe that they're the good guy. And that's why the Joker works so well, right? There's so many. That's why Handsome Jack is one of the greatest villains, right? And this game does a great job of like the characters that are bad guys. You can almost always see their side of the situation and it makes sense. It's not like it's not like I'm doing this because I'm Mr. Bad Guy and I love to see people in pain and stuff. It's like, no, this person wants to, you know, restore their lands to what it used to be when they grew up, and they view, you know, themselves as doing the right thing. The game is so lame. To each their own, man. That's the beautiful thing about art. Right? 100-hour full video where after 100 hours you still feel this way. I was honestly super into the title despite the critic noise, yet it fell off hard for me. I mean, I review all games after I've beaten them. So if it takes me 100 hours to beat the game, I'll spend 100 hours to beat the game. But I review all games on my channel after I beat them. You know? So I'll definitely be doing a review after it. Yeah, I think that, you know, the game definitely has some issues. Typically, I think the issues lie with gear progression, as well as like skill progression. I think that's a little bit of a lackluster side of things. I don't think it's like a perfect game or anything like that, but when it comes to the writing specifically, I really like the writing. I think it's done very well.
I don't like this. Stay alert.
This is taking too long. We should have gotten orders.
Well, if it isn't the Adirian envoy.
We weren't expecting reinforcements. Either you've come early, or more likely, you shouldn't be here.
I don't like their tone. Careful, envoy. I don't think your rank will help you here.
Tell you what. Turn around, and Inquisitor Ludwig doesn't have to hear about this unfortunate little mix-up.
I don't get that way, MDW. I just put 100 hours into KCD2, and I loved KCD2. I loved it like crazy. Like, I gave it a 9.5 out of 10 in my review. I thoroughly enjoyed my time with it. Not trying to hate on the title, you'll give it a 5 out of 10 for now. it could honestly be improved with some mods if there ever was such a community. I mean, it's gonna get DLC expansions. They've already released a couple patches changing some of the stuff. Like, I know that they just released a patch that's because people were complaining that like you weren't getting enough perk points. It didn't feel like you were getting perk points at a good like rate, so they just did a patch somewhat recently to increase that. So yeah, a 5 out of 10. I'm gonna be honest, that's pretty crazy to me. Like, on my rating scale, a 5 is an average game. I don't know how many games you play, Max Mitchell, but like, this is significantly above average in terms of like all of the mechanics working, everything doing what it's supposed to, all of the voice dialogue in the game, all of the written lore, the combat feeling as solid as it does. The lack of bugs, for me, like, all of that stuff puts it above average at the very, very least. Because the average game does not hit on all of those. Tell me what the Steel Garrote are doing in Emerald Stair, I'll consider it. Should you be in Paradise?
We go where Ludwig tells us to go. The Steel Garrote don't answer to the embassy. We have no quarrel with you, but we are trying to be discreet. Let's part as friends and keep it that way.
Not leaving until I get some answers.
Then you're not leaving.
Claire silently.
We do what comes naturally, of course. What a pity. Normally, I'd think twice about spilling godlike blood, but for you, I'll make an exception.
Oh, these guys are kind of high level. Not high enough, though.
We really just kicked the Soulfly's nest. I guess we're in this now.
Envoy, when we first met, I thought I was gonna keep you out of trouble.
Hey, Steel Garrote being bad boys, man. Oh, there we go. Hey, what's up, homies? These guys are
Right
fanatics.
Who's that?
You're gonna regret this!
The fucking ragdolls go crazy. Fucking mage. Can I out DPS? Come here, boy. Enough of your healy horseshit.
If you'd asked me how many Steel Garrote to pack into a cave, I'd have been very wrong.
Hope this was just a regular outpost. Nope. This is a war camp.
The latest 2 episodes of Solo Leveling. Good or bad? Take care, dude. Thanks for stopping by. First 20 hours, I was at a 7.5. As I kept playing, I found more and more I didn't enjoy. Felt it became far too samey and eventually predictable. Each their own, man. I guess we'll see. I'm at 30 hours right now. I have it at probably an 8 to an 8.5. I'm thoroughly enjoying the game. Peekaboo, bitch! Oh. Wait. Oh. I should have thrown that grenade. Money!
Nice job, everyone.
Ooh. Oh, wait. I think mine's already leveled to that tier. Boop, 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 boop. Captain Waith. Your report on the Dream Scourge was appreciated, but ultimately worthless. This plague will burn itself out in time, and the strong will endure. If you're having trouble occupying your time in Emerald Stair, I suggest finding a hobby. Anything but gardening. Okay, that's a pretty funny line. Oh. Alright, I gotta scrap shit. probably go through this area and then I'll end the stream. Get some food and then be live whenever Josh is ready for some more Split Fiction. Ready? Oh, fuck. That timing is crazy. Captain, wait. They tell me you found a sympathetic turncoat among the people of Emerald Stair. Good. Make certain they understand the benefits of Adira rule. Give them a reason to serve us. Faith and loyalty will bind them to our cause. That timing? Yeah, that timing's crazy. Alrighty. I'm just clearing this outpost real quick. Yeah, I already have food made. I've already got some pizza made and everything, so. Death Knight armor sounds fucking sick. Oh, this is Lodwin's armor, I think. Taking damage has a 10% chance to restore 15% of your maximum health. 30% resist. Oh, that's not Lodwin's armor. Does look cool, though. I do wish there's a way to, like, keep stuff just for transmog, but scrap it to get the parts. I think that would be a nice, like, quality of life feature. But it's not necessarily like the end of the world or anything. Also would love a torch. A torch would be so nice in this game. I hear loot.
No one.
Someone's here. Nice, Stinky. Talking about things I'd love to see improve. Give me just one more fucking assassination. I'd love them forever.
Never seen so many Steel Garrote soldiers before. I'd say we earned a break. Can't say I'm sad to see these people strewn about. I don't know what we stopped, but we clearly stopped something.
Preparations for Adira control. Did
she know what control meant? This reminds me of the garrison's route I set up to invade Deadfire.
Hey, Draku, these people were killers, not diplomats. They weren't here to take over the government. I guess we should look around while we're here. I wouldn't mind figuring out what they were up to.
You know, that's a smart idea. This is why I was always in the trenches rather than the strategy tent.
Looking around, feels like we broke up something big. Well done, us.
Not bad for a day's work. I think we've all earned a couple ales back at camp.
It seems like a pretty big deal for a side quest. But alright, that's going to do it for me right now. I'm going to go heat up some pizza, have some pizza, and then I will be live probably in like 20-ish minutes with some more Split Fiction. We'll probably do a couple hours of Split Fiction. But I appreciate everybody for stopping by, hanging out. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see all of you in the next video or stream. Bye-bye.